Oblivion is a game that gives the player lots of decisions, and some of these choices have dire consequences for everyone involved. What's up everyone? Big Dan here. I make videos about RPGs, and today we're going to take a look at the 10 most cursed decisions you can make in Oblivion Remastered. So without further ado, let's buckle up, grab some iced coffee, and dive into the video. Number 1. Execute all targets for Glarthir. As you explore the streets of Skingrad, you may be accosted by a sketchy wood elf named Glarthir who asks you to meet him outside the chapel around midnight for a job. Sounds totally above board, so let's see what he has to say. Glarthir will ask us to spy on 3 individuals throughout the course of the quest. If we thoroughly investigate the matter, we'll discover that none of these characters are actually following Glarthir, but taking this news to him will cause the wood elf to become hostile. However, if we play into his suspicions for any of the targets, Glarthir will ask us to assassinate them. At this point, we can either turn him over to the guards, tell him he's on his own, or sneak around Skingrad and assassinate all 3 targets. Taking out Bernadette, Tudius, and David is the worst outcome of all, but not for our wallets, as the grateful wood elf will shower us in gold.
I'm free! I'm finally free!
And all it took was the deaths of 3 innocent people. But hey, I needed an entrance ticket to the Dark Brotherhood anyhow. Number 2. Kill Lucien Lachance. After taking an innocent life and trying to catch some Z's, we're rudely awakened by a shady dude in a black cloak.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer.
Lucien will give us a mission to assassinate an old codger named Rufio, which kicks off the Dark Brotherhood questline. But if we take the opportunity to gank Lucien instead, we'll fail the quest and be greeted with this message. Lucien Lachance, the Dark Brotherhood's representative, has been killed. He was my link to the mysterious Assassins Guild, and now that link has been severed forever. This permanently locks us out of the Dark Brotherhood questline, which is one of the greatest storylines in Oblivion. Perhaps it's a good move for a morally good character, but hey, if you're morally good, then Lucien wouldn't be visiting you to begin with. So that's cope.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer.
Number 3. Fail to save Dar-Ma. During the quest Shadow over Hackdirt, you'll be tasked with rescuing a local Argonian shopkeeper who went missing outside of Coral. Turns out she was kidnapped by a crazy cult who plans to sacrifice her in a dark ritual. You'll have the opportunity to save Dar-Ma from the caverns beneath the town, but since Dar-Ma is not marked as essential, she could potentially perish if you're irresponsible.
Die, cur!
In this case, you'll have to report the sad news back to Dar-Ma's mother.
Have you found her? Is she safe? Oh no, I had feared she might never return, but I had hoped for the best. Thank you for your efforts. Please, excuse me.
Number 4. Help Llevana enact mob justice. During the quest Corruption and Conscience, you'll embark on a journey to take down a corrupt town guardsman named Ulrich Leland. He's been levying unfair fines against the people of Cheydinhal, driving one of them to perform a self-deletion by cop. Near the end of the quest, you'll have 2 paths for dealing with Leland. You can cooperate with the town guard member Garrus, no, not that Garrus, and this will involve snatching some evidence of Leland's corruption from his quarters. Or you can lure Leland into a trap where this happens.
I'm not going to stand here and debate this all night. You give me that evidence and I'll consider not having you executed.
As you wish, Ulrich. Come, my lovelies. Your feast has arrived. Stay away!
In this case, Llevana will end up going to prison for murder, and you'll get a lesser reward from old Garrus. Still, for a bad quest ending, it is kinda satisfying considering how much of a jag-off Ulrich Leland is.
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
Number 5. Fail to catch Raynil Dralas. While exploring the snowy streets of Bruma, we can learn about a rumor of a vampire hunter in town. This jabroni Raynil Dralas recently put down an alleged vampire named Braden Lyrian. However, his whole backstory is a ruse. In actuality, Raynil was using the vampire hunter story as a cover to take out his former associates and snatch a valuable artifact from a nearby cave. After discovering a journal exposing Raynil and giving it to the town guard, we're instructed to track down Raynil in Boreal Stone Cave. This is one of the rare quests in Oblivion that actually has a time limit, as we'll need to confront Raynil in the next 24 hours.
I fear you have a day at the most to stop him.
However, if we wait out the clock, we'll be greeted with this message. A full day has passed and I haven't made it to Boreal Stone Cave to stop Raynil. I fear I may be too late. I should hasten there as soon as I can to confirm my theory. In this case, Raynil escapes justice, leaving behind an empty chest, and reporting back to the guard, we'll learn he's long gone.
I see from your expression that you have grave news. I've provided Raynil's description to all of the Bruma soldiers and even dispatched his description to guards in other cities. However, I'm afraid he's slipped through our fingers. If he's as crafty as he's been up to now, he's probably halfway to Vardenfell. It's a shame that there will be no retribution for Braden and Gelliborn's deaths. But such is the way of things. I know you did your best. I'm sorry, there's been no sighting of him yet. Don't know if there ever will be.
A big W for criminal scum, and a big L for a grieving widow. Number 6, kill Roland Jenseric. Vampires are on the loose in more places than one in Oblivion Remastered, and we'll have the chance to catch one during the Order of the Virtuous Blood quest, which kicks off in the Imperial City. After reaching 5 fame or higher, we'll be accosted in the Temple District by a Dark Elf who relays a job for us. The quest giver, Saradur, is running a secret vampire hunting club out of his basement, and he asks us to track down a supposed vampire named Roland Jenseric. But after tracking down Roland to his cabin outside town, we uncover the truth, that the real vampire is the leader of the vampire hunters.
Saradur dares accuse me of being a vampire? Me? Ha! He's the one who is the vampire. Llevana was the love of my life. For the first time, I had a positive outlook. Then I saw Saradur looking at her with those coveting eyes. That night, I decided to follow Llevana. I wanted to see where she went on her walks. When she stopped in the garden and Saradur stepped out of the shadows, my heart sank. Then suddenly he was upon her. She seemed entranced as he wrapped his arms around her and sank his teeth into her neck. I burst from my hiding place and attacked Saradur.
But even after learning this information, we still have the option to kill Roland.
I suppose you must decide what to do. Are you going to kill me? Then I'll fight you until my last breath. I won't surrender and admit to a crime I didn't commit.
In this case, we can collect our reward from Saradur and leave behind a dangerous vampire to continue haunting the streets of the Imperial City. Truly a cursed decision for the ages.
I never would have guessed that Roland was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him walk in daylight.
Number 7, let Baurus die in the Path of Dawn. Early in the main quest, we'll link up with Baurus in the Imperial City to track down leads on the cult who assassinated the Emperor. This involves getting our hands on copies of Mankar Cameron's book and setting up a meeting with the cult in the sewers. But this meeting ends up being an ambush, and in the ensuing melee, our homie Baurus can bite the dust. Baurus was always one of my favorite characters back when I played OG Oblivion, so I would always strive to keep him alive. This is admittedly quite difficult to do later on, as he is a non-essential NPC who takes part in 2 gigantic battles against a wave of invading Daedra. But keeping him alive against 3 Mythic Dawn thugs is light work, so watching him die in the sewers this early in the game is truly cursed indeed.
He will not be forgotten. He goes to Aetherius to join the other fallen heroes of the Blades.
Number 8, let the Odill Brothers Die. While exploring the taverns of Coral, we can receive a contract from a dude named Valus Odill, who's drowning his fears in the bottom of a tankard. Odill will ask us to assist his sons in driving out some goblins from their farm outside of town. Typically, this quest goes smoothly, as you and the Odill boys make light work of the goblins. But if we just sit back and don't engage in combat, there's a decent chance the brothers will bite the dust. In this case, we lose out on our reward and leave behind a drunken old fool to grieve.
They didn't make it. Oh God. They died out there all alone. I should have been with them. It should have been me, not them. I'm sorry. You did all you could, I'm sure. Thank you for trying. I'm afraid I have nothing to offer you. What little money I have must now be spent on burials. Please, if you'll excuse me.
Hey bro, I still killed those goblins. I gots to get paid. Number 9, let our Fighters Guild homies die in the desolate mine. One of the first contracts we can pick up for the Fighters Guild is a simple weapons shipment to a goblin-filled mine. But this job can go horribly wrong if we don't move carefully. For starters, we can give our companions the wrong weapons by providing a sword to the orc and a hammer to the other guy. Most hilariously, there is a lumber trap near the end of the mine, which the Fighters Guild members are prone to just charging into. If all our homies bite the dust, our contact in the guild will be none too pleased with the outcome.
Well, you got the weapons there, but there were casualties after. Do better in the future or don't come to me for work. Here's your reward.
But still, we'll get a promotion and new contracts, so the Fighters Guild isn't too picky after all.
You've done well so far. I hereby promote you to apprentice. Good luck.
Number 10, kill Francois Motierre. One of the most interesting Dark Brotherhood contracts is our job for Francois Motierre. Rather than assassinating a target for this job, we'll have to fake Motierre's death to get some criminal thugs off his back. But why fake his death when we could just do the real thing? Hilariously, this is a choice we can make during the quest. And if we do this, Vicente will be very upset with our performance.
So, Francois Motierre has been killed. He hired us, sacrificed his own mother's blood, and we could not even fulfill our end of the bargain. By failing to fulfill this contract, you have brought shame upon us all. Leave me now, and contemplate your uselessness as a member of this family.
In this case, we lose out on the bonus, Cruelty's Heart, which is an amulet that boosts our willpower and strength by up to 18 points depending on our level. But hey, the Dark Brotherhood has a reputation to uphold, and doing this strikes fear into the heart of the citizenry.
You won't believe what's happened. Francois Motierre has been killed, murdered by the Dark Brotherhood. It's true, I saw the body myself.
So there you have it. We've explored the 10 most cursed decisions you can make in Oblivion Remastered. Are there any diabolical choices that you like to make in this game? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Oblivion and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.